Hello, this is Nicole Burkhalter with your Mindful Connection Sunday Inspiration. And today I'm going to talk about the fifth and final Mindful Connections principle, which is called Keep Your Promises. And that's a really important one, yet slightly tricky, because for me at least, it's much easier to keep my promises for my animals and the promises I make to other people than the promises I make to myself. So, if I tell my horses, oh, I'll be back in half an hour to groom you or to hang out with you, they are now so used to it that they actually stand at the, gate and look and wait and remind me, like, you said you would come. If I actually work on something and my little puppy Scout comes up to me and it's like, oh my God, we should play, let's do something. And I tell him, like, okay, I'll be there in 2 minutes. I'm just going to finish this email or whatever I might be doing. Lo and behold, a few moments later, he's back and he's like, okay, let's play, right? And if I get sidetracked again or whatnot, he either gets more forceful and jumps on my laptop, or sometimes he just goes out and waits outside. And all of a sudden, I notice by him not being around, I'm like, ooh, I promised him and I better go and do something, because I feel for them and I see it through their eyes that I made a promise that I didn't keep. But how about those promises I make to myself? Those are sometimes harder to keep. The one of like, oh, let me go walk so, I get more exercise. Or, oh, which is a big one right now, let me start spreading the word that I'm now here in Vermont and I'm offering retreats and personal coaching, and that I want to go to the local rescues and see how I can learn from them, what they might need, and how I could possibly help them. That part, even though I promised that I would do it, to myself, to my partner, to my bank account, that I would do those things, they're much harder for me. And so I am making a promise this week to myself that I will use this week to start promoting my work, what I have to offer, to the people here in my community, in my new community. And I encourage you to maybe think about what could be a promise you have made to yourself that you have not been holding, and that you might want to think about putting into action, because that's really what it comes down to. A lot of the promises we make ourselves, they only don't turn into something because we don't take action. So I invite you right now to maybe close your eyes for a minute and take a deep breath and think about, what is it that I have promised myself for a long time that I haven't been doing? And, approach this week with the attitude of getting it done. And before I forget, I made one more promise to David that I would remind everybody that if you like these videos, and I hear from lots of people that they're having a really good time hearing them and that they're good reminders for people, then I would suggest you take a look at the online course. I made this online course based on all the knowledge I have gathered in the last 15 years and all the analyzing about behaviors and why we do certain things and why we don't. And for $49, it's a really, really big steal to start changing your patterns and start living the life that, you deserve to live. So here's my promise. I told you, go check it out. $49 is a steal. Take that online course. It's going to be so little effort on your part. You will be surprised, and it will have such huge impact. See you next week.